Okay, hello. Today is June the 2nd. Can't believe we're already in June.
I found these results.
Oh, really, Google? Why don't you stick it? Sorry. I hate that. They spy on you. Anyways, forgive the setup. It is not as pretty as at home, but I am in the hospital. So, and forgive the noises. I'm in the hospital. I have a bed that is inflates and deflates so I don't get more pressure sores. Certain kind of a mattress, as I said in the earlier video that I made with the sound on, it's got sand, and what it does is it kind of shifts it up and moves the sand around. Don't ask me how this works, but it does. And so you don't end up with any pressure points. But it's loud as heck at times. So, if it gets too loud, I might have to put this on pause if someone comes into the room, which often people do. I'll have to put this on pause, and I beg your pardon. So, got my cards here. I've got my trip and weight. So, one of the readings that I was asked to do before I had to get ready to go to the hospital was people were wanting to know via my community tab poll that the highest voted question was something about Trump that we don't know yet. And what we do know right now is that he's basically starting, in my opinion, from what little I've heard, because I've been in surgery and out, but the man is just getting worse, which is what I said he would do. And not just me, but lots of other readers. And we're seeing it, and I'm telling you, it will get worse. He will do more silly, more absurd, try to do more absurd things before he finally leaves. But just know, each day truly brings you closer, brings us closer to having him out of office, and that's a very good thing. So we can clean up the mess he's created. And I did catch, before I left, I did catch the inflammatory comment. I have been reporting him on Twitter for I don't know how long. I'm sure probably many of you have too, for his comments to be incendiary and provocative and inappropriate. And had you or I written it, well, we'd be in big trouble. And finally, for Trump to get in a little bit of trouble where he had to take it down, and I'm really glad to see that. That's a start. If you look back, and I'm kind of curious now to play it back and listen to it, I did do a reading some months back about whether or not Trump would lose Twitter access. Now, of course, if he leaves, he'll lose Twitter access. But I just want to, because I do so many readings, I don't always remember what I've said later. I can remember some basics, but sometimes it's good to go back over and if you don't have someone that can go, oh, you said this, you said that. I really don't have that in my life, so. But I do remember reading on that, and I do think he will get in more trouble with Twitter. I think that's the sign. I think it is a definite sign. So let's try and focus. I don't want to screw up. That's why I shuffle and side to side. Because if I do other ways, it'll peel this kind of thin cardstock. It'll make it peel. So you have to, if it's thin cardstock, you have to fold, you have to, oh, these are new too. You have to shuffle in a different way. Because see, look, they already start to get that. I hate that about that. It's better to get a thicker cardstock that will soften up a little bit, won't be as stiff the more you use it. These kind of cards, I find I wear them out very quickly, although I do like them. It's the cardstock. So, Trump. What can you tell us, ancestors? What can you tell us, Spirit of the Tarot? Something that we don't already know that you think is important for us to know about Donald Trump. What do you think is important for us to know regarding Donald Trump, about him, that we don't already know? What do we need to know? What would you tell us, Spirit? What do you have to tell us about Mr. Trump that you feel is important? Okay, that's what we got. Make sure, can you see? Alright. Alright. Trying to... We'll just do a Celtic cross. See what we get. Well, we're getting the Two of Swords. So there's an instability. There's an extreme. We know that, but let's just see how these carry on. But that right there is a back and forth, and one extreme to the other. Okay. Crossing him, the Emperor. Well, it certainly isn't him. Ah, okay, I'm starting to get little heads, folks. I'm seeing him maintaining his presidency, if that's what you want to call it, is criminal presidency. I feel like there's, now it's starting to go into more of a struggle, perhaps. One thing to the next thing. Maybe it'll wear him out faster. Because the Emperor is crossing him as a difficulty, as a challenge. Remember? Okay. Now, the basis of the reading is the Seven of Swords, which is all, as far as I'm concerned, of his shenanigans and trickery and trying to get away with things. He's very used to getting away with things. You know, he's been protected all his life. And you know, the thing is, taking others things. There's something here about this man with taking other things. You know, it makes him feel like he's getting away with something, and it makes him feel, there's a real psychological thing going on there. That kind of a sick thing of getting away with something, the thrill of getting away with something, of taking something that isn't yours. Yeah, it's very childish. I guess that's why my cards in the universe often refer to him as a fool or the child. Now, what crowns him? Isn't this a neat deck? Can you see that? Yes, that's good. Okay. Is the sun. What crowns him is the sun. So this is exposure, and especially when we have this as the basis of what's been going on in his life. I think we're going to find out that he's been involved, and it's no big stretch to really say it, but there's going to be things that we didn't know that we'll find out in addition that he's been involved in. Other things. And that was part of the question. So yes, there are other things he's been involved in. I don't know if I can get exact answers as to what, but let's just take a look. It's saying he's not expecting it, and it will be key, I think, to do with him being able to maintain seated, in the White House. This wants to bounce him right out, this detail, whatever it is that's coming to the surface. There is a great light put on it by the sun. It's very hard for me. I have limited space here, so you're going to have to work with me on how I don't have an exactly flat, perfect tarot, but I think most of you guys are not a bunch of hard folks that you'll say, just keep going, Maya, don't worry about it. Okay, in the recent past, he's had the Knight of Cups. And this says, all you need is love. Now, in this case, it's probably with Trump, all you need is Putin. I don't know. Okay. So this is some kind of offer that he has received that is sneaky in the recent past. It could be in connection with another leader, a powerful male government type of official, maybe overseas even. Just a feeling. Could be Putin, could be somebody else, but he's received an offer. And my feeling is that he's so silly, that's putting it mildly, that I think obviously what's been able to happen is they offer him crappy deals, and because he's wanting them to like him so much, he thinks that he's made some great deal very often, when he hasn't, with people like, Kim Jong-un, who I believe is still lingering. I do believe that he will pass. I still believe that. I just don't think he's going to rally. But I'll double check on that again, because I know he was really in a bad way. Okay, but back to Trump. In the near future, he's got problems. This is the Five of Cups. This is loss, regret. This is grief. It's coming sooner than he expects. Near future. And something is going to be revealed. What it has to do with some kind of an offer. I wonder what the offer is, though. We've gotten cups so far. So I'm feeling like it would be something that maybe would appeal to his ego, or to make him look better, more suited, but he's just not able to grasp it. But there's I don't feel like that's entirely it either. I just feel like there's something going on behind the scenes right now where I think he's starting to go into some more doubt, because he's been involved in something here in the more recent past that he would not like to have revealed with that son. The feeling to me is almost like he wants to deflect it onto something else that whatever he can. But he's going to be feeling a great sense of loss. He's certainly caused a great sense of loss. And he's going to cause more people to get sick by having them go in crowded places, churches and whatnot. All right. Now this is the Seven of Cups. It shows that the man's out to lunch. He does not have a realistic idea. He gets all these ideas that he thinks are amazing, have potential, are wonderful, but he has no follow through. So he's been given some kind of offer. And he'll lose it, is what it looks like. Because I don't think he has the ability to make a good choice. I don't know if he's up right now to make a decision in something, but he makes a poor one. In the environment, Ace of Wands. So this deals with new starts and new activity in the environment. And he's not, I feel like this is his sorrow. Like that's his grief. I feel like this offer was not so great from whoever he took it. It did someone else more benefit than it did him, and he's going to regret it. Now, and it's with a male. Could be another leader, or it could be I feel like it's another leader, though. This is someone pretty high up. And he just doesn't, he's not going to, they get something I feel like, but he does not. And there is something here where he feels like he's lost. He feels like there's, like he's lost something. Maybe it's some support he's counting on that we're not aware of at this time, or maybe it was a way that someone was going to do something to help him. I feel like they said, oh yeah, no problem with that son. But here it's disappointing, and I mean in a big way disappointing. He has the Fool in the hopes and fears. And I think this card is attracted to Donald. I can't imagine why. But I think he fears making a mistake. I also think that he is a man that likes high risk, but he doesn't have the intelligence to guide himself through choices during a high risk take on something. He's just one of those people that chooses to take a high risk, but as long he doesn't have to pay for it. Other people pay for it. He's the Fool. Can't say it enough. This is also wanting some kind of a new start, though, too. Wanting to be free. There's that aspect as a desire. But also because he fears looking foolish. Well, I think someone here could make him look foolish. I do. And someone that he thought he had worked out a deal with. That's the only thing I know to offer at this point until we get more context. Works out, I think, really great for someone else, this deal. Probably one of his crappy trade deals. And the final end result is the Hermit. So we get the Hermit and the Five of Cups. This is where he's wanting to hide. I think he's embarrassed. I think he doesn't want to be seen. I think he wants to wander off. And it doesn't make him look good. It does not make him look good. I think someone is going to get the better of the deal, and that's going to stick in his craw a little bit, because I think it's going to make him feel and look foolish by comparison to this. I think not only is this him struggling to be a decent leader and make decent choices, which he can't seem to do, or know a good offer from a bad one, which he certainly didn't do with, like I said, Kim Jong-un. Maybe this is him down at the golf course again, going off and being by himself, but it creates arguments, it creates adversity, it creates fighting, it creates dissension. He's not going to be able to just wander off and do his own thing like he's wanted to with this. Because he also gets the Nine of Swords. I think I'm feeling like with this, as he keeps, this could be also a bit of self-isolation, especially if he's feeling depressed that something didn't work out. And there is more upheaval in the environment, and I don't think he knows what the heck to do. I think he looks very worried. So, but there, I'm curious what it is that he's agreed to, some kind of proposal. It's not going to work out well for him. It's going to make him look, I think, like he is inept and foolish. But not good for him, but maybe it will be enough trouble that we will be better for it, because it's something that has to be properly sorted out in society. This is to do with society, the public, and this is bringing balance, a combination of elements that bring balance. You know, you're finding what a balance is to bring something right, to put something right. So he'll screw something up because that's all he's good at doing. That's all I can tell you with this reading, but I will get back to you guys later and get on another topic. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you were able to hear me, and I apologize for the background noise, but I wanted to give you a video despite the fact I had surgery yesterday. I don't know if I'll be... This was a relatively kind of a short surgery. Next time I may not bounce back quite as quickly. I just am not sure. I'm hopeful, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll see what Monday brings, right? All right. In the meantime, I'm going to try and crank these videos out for you, and I hope that they're of quality that you enjoy. Anyway, missed you guys, and let me know how this goes. Thank you so much, and thank you for supporting my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't, and click like. I appreciate it. Thank you.